Here's what she did last night. Ready? Here's how she started.
Our job tonight, as a country, sort of, or at least what everybody in the country is going to be doing tonight, is trying to figure out what it means that the report of Special Counsel Robert Mueller has finally been submitted.
Well, what it means is that you're a propagandist conspiracy theorist of the highest order, and you wrecked your news show because you hate Donald Trump so much, and now nobody can ever take what you say seriously. And if there was a journalism jail, you would be in it for serving a 10 to 20-year sentence. But there isn't. Lucky for you, there isn't. In fact, you get rewarded for lying because you've been lying at the behest of the establishment. Here we go.
On the air for about a half an hour here talking about what we think we know. Let me ask if anything that we've discussed thus far, that I've discussed thus far, doesn't comport with how you understand things are going right now.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, maybe for the last 2.5 years, you've been getting it unbelievably wrong. I don't know, but I just wanted to show you that. I thought that was pretty fun. I thought that was pretty funny. Is there anything we got wrong? Yeah, your entire show for the last 2.5 years. You've gotten it wrong. You should delete it. Delete your show. How about that? You should delete your show, then delete your account, and then delete everything else. Watch this, though.
It's very nice to have you back with us again tonight, again, on what is a very exciting evening. I first want to ask
It's exciting. You know, like when your world falls down around you. Isn't that exciting? Remember when the Hindenburg went down? What an exciting evening for that captain. That must have been a great night for him, right? Or how about when the Titanic hit that iceberg? Oh, I bet it was such an exciting evening for the band to be having to play as the water was rising. So that kind of excitement you just can't buy. And it's an exciting evening, isn't it, Rachel? To watch your whole career go up in smoke. It's super exciting.
Hey, listen, the cold weather snap really screwed some people up. I don't know if you saw there was a cold weather snap. And I don't know if you saw my favorite news person. Hey, there's a polar vortex coming over the Midwest. Who do you think's responsible? I don't know, maybe.
And it is like negative 50 degrees in the Dakotas right now. What would happen if Russia killed the power in Fargo today?
What if the Russians cut the power right in the middle of the shower, and then you had soap in your eyes, and then the water got cold because they killed the fuck. Then you're gonna have cold soapy eyes. She has more to say. This is okay.
All right, what would happen if all the natural gas lines that service Sioux Falls just poofed on the coldest day in recent memory, and it wasn't?
What would happen? What would happen? What would happen if poof? What happened if you went to bed tonight and your house just went poof? Did you ever think about that? We'll start thinking about it.
And she keeps this chart up like it's some proof of something. Like, look at those temperatures, told you.
Back on. I mean, what would you do if you lost heat indefinitely as the act of a foreign power?
I don't know. Maybe I'd burn some wood, I guess. But you know what? Putin already gathered up all the wood, I bet you. That's what Glenn Greenwald said on Twitter today. I bet you Putin already got all the wood. So here's the thing that's actually horrible. Even more, like, that's cartoonish about Rachel, right? So that's cartoonish. But now it's when she actually becomes horrible, right? Even more horrible than scaremongering America about Russia. So she got called out on it, right? And WikiLeaks says U.S. largest audience TV host, MSNBC's Rachel Maddow, this evening, Russia will freeze you and your family to death. So that's WikiLeaks. So Rachel, instead of taking her lumps and going, I went a little bit overboard today. So Rachel Maddow doesn't take her lumps. What does she do? She goes, oh, you mad?
Touché.
Ha, I'm gonna lead us into World War III. Are you mad? That's what she says.
Maddow then discussed the increase of U.S. troops near Russia's border during President Obama's last days in office. So if you don't know, NATO and the United States are ramping up. We're being very provocative. We're ramping up our troops all around Russia. It's highly irresponsible. It's threatening to Russia, and it's putting us on the brink of World War III. We are about to find out if the new president of our country is going to do what Russia wants once he's commander-in-chief of the U.S. military starting noon on Friday. What is he going to do with those deployments? Watch this space, seriously. So she's saying that if Trump tries to de-escalate tensions with Russia, he's a puppet. Rachel Maddow doesn't care if she starts World War III, apparently. Hey, this isn't hyperbole. This is the most irresponsible, unbelievably gut-wrenching garbage journalism I've ever seen. I can't imagine anything worse than this. I can't. Can you, Ron?
When these people are saying, we're the resistance, and then it's like, Russia, 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 we're the resistance because Russia did this, you're actually parroting something that many see as one of the few positives in Trump. The fact that they don't want World War III, and the fact that, okay, well, we're getting along a little bit better with this group. Sure, Putin's not a good guy, but that's better than a war. A lot of people see that as like one of the few positives.
That's a good thing about Trump, was that he was talking about de-escalating. And this is Rachel Maddow saying if he de-escalates tension with Russia, he's a puppet. And she's considered smart, and she's considered a lefty, and she's given $30,000 a day to start a war for the military-industrial complex and to give cover to the establishment Democrats. Rachel Maddow is a menace to this country right now.
Maya says, a top-rated daily news show has spent close to 2 years now devoting a majority of its airtime to proof my assertion and arguments, proponing a xenophobic conspiracy theory calculated to benefit a political party. Nothing amiss there, right? She just put on a leather jacket and a pair of skis at this point, am I right? And jump that shark, baby, okay?